So last night on May 15th, after 6 p.m., SBA issued out the loan forgiveness application. It is an 11-page document. It's going to be attached to this video in a link. And we'll also attach the link to the SBA site for this. Here's what it looks like. It's 11 pages long. Some of the definitions, instructions right here, page 1, page 2. And we just start filling the blanks in. This is going to have to be submitted, as I understand it, digitally to the lender, electronically. So some of it's straightforward. Borrower name, tax ID number, phone numbers, contact information, loan numbers, loan amounts, the lender PP loan number, which could be different than the SBA loan number, disbursement date, employees at time of loan application, employees at time of forgiveness. If you have an EIDL, it's got to be shown here, and the application number. What's your payroll schedule look like? Your covered period. There's an alternative covered period that's covered in instructions. Here's where you put some of the summary information right here. Then you go on to page 3, the certification page. What was it used for? You got to initial off and sign off on it. Right here. This is where those who are committing fraud out there, and they know there's some people committing fraud, that's where they get jail time. So if false documents were submitted, that's where they're going to come back and get you for those folks out there. And there's a lot of loans out there. That's how they're going to pursue you. Page 5. Some more instructions on what to do, how to do it, some of the guidelines. Page 6. One of the worksheets. Schedule A, worksheet, table 1, table 2, total payroll cost. Page 7, some more instructions. Page 8, there's the FTE reduction exemption. There's safe harbor rule. Here's where you got to start putting the employees' names in. The identifier is going to be the last 4 digits of Social Security number per the instructions. Compensation, average FTE. Table 2. Safe harbor rules. More fill in the blanks. Page 10. Some more definitions of what Schedule A is, what FTE is, documentation and support. Last page, somewhat voluntary, apparently. So it's 11-page document. This is what gets filled in. Very likely, the lenders are going to want more than this. They may take it at face value. A lot of lenders are going to say, show us the payroll reports and where you came up with this information. This is what goes to the SBA. This is what SBA is going to want. Ultimately, lenders are going to want more in most cases. So to give you an idea of what the daunting task is, imagine this is probably going to take how many hours to do? 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, 6, 7. It's going to vary. It's clearly not a 1-hour task because you still have to gather up all the documents and support. Because if you're asked for it, you got to produce it. And here is the daunting task. There's over at least 4.1 million loans, at least. I have not seen the most current numbers. Well, let's knock it down to 4 million for conversation. And let's say each lender takes 3 hours to review each of these applications. I could be wrong, for sure. So total hours worked is 12 million hours. Hours worked in a year. That comes out to 5,700 some employees working on this full time for a year to review all the applications. The dilemma is the lenders aren't going to have a year to do this. They're probably going to have 2 months. I do suspect many of them are going to want this documentation end of July, end of August at the latest. And they're going to need about 2 months to turn this around to SBA. And then there's going to be some back and forth. Some applications, not a problem. Documentation's there. Others, documentation is not understood, missing, needs further explanation, especially when we're talking about retirement plans, pension plans, medical insurance, potentially rents. They may want to see more documentation. So let's convert that to 2 months. The lenders are going to need 34,000 some employees to work on this. Let's say it's 4 hours. They need 46,000 employees. I suspect my 3 hours might be low because there's going to be a lot of problems with these applications going in. Preparing it, like I said, is it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours? Some will be faster, some will be slower. So again, here's the form, the application form for forgiveness or partial thereof, and that's attached as part of the links here on this video. We imagine there might be some further guidance on some of these because some of us may be confused as we delve into the details on this. But right now, here's the current status of where they're at on providing guidance for loan forgiveness. Thanks.